raged through all Avantasia.
Here we go.
The alliance of humans, elves, and dwarves fought against the evil army of the shadows. The war had devastated the country for years upon years, and yet, no one gained the advantage. And so it was that in that time of deepest despair, that an old archaeologist uncovered the location of the artifact of divine fate. The artifact could fulfill every wish, and thus decide the war, for one side or the other. Led by Warlock Munkus, son of Archwitch Mortroga, the Shadows hunted for the artifact. And they would have reached it first, were it not for a group of heroes who stood against them. Wilbur, the young gnome who was the first of his clan to become a mage. Ivo, the courageous elven princess from the Woodland Realm. And the Critter, a hairy creature from the Northlands, companion of the most brilliant of the heroes, Nate Bonnet, who was supposed to spend the rest of his life at the side of an elven princess, who deserved a kingdom and all the riches in the world, who should stop wasting time talking about himself in the third person. Ah!
Well, what's this button do? Oh, we can move over to this, okay.
Good, good, this is good. Although the ground is still getting closer.
Oh. Well, that was annoying. Stupid gravity.
Part of the jetty. At least some of it survived the explosion.
What's the thing? An explosion or an implosion? How high up are we? Oh my gosh.
If I'm lucky, this will go all the way up to the island. But somehow I really doubt it will.
I mean, it was close.
Ow!
Oh, it's a lamp.
Oh, hi, Nate. How's it going?
Good. For now. Could it be that your spell didn't quite work out the way you planned?
I did tell you there were certain risks involved.
Risks? What risks?
Now, Djinn magic is a complicated affair. It's difficult to get the dose right, and when one hasn't done magic for a while, things can go a little bit wrong.
Like you killing me, for example?
Not intentionally.
No big thing. So, now that we have a little time to kill, why don't you tell me a little something about yourself?
Oh, right. Well, yes, I came into this world in an oasis in the Umzu Desert, and at that time, I was...
Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Definitely not the time to reminisce.
Then why did you ask?
I could use some help here, Benny.
Well, you did see what happened last time I cast the spell.
Time to make up for it, then. Now shake a leg.
Oh, I don't know. I might just end up making everything worse.
Let me see. I'm accompanying tons of boulders in a plummet to certain painful death. My death. So just how do you think you could make things any worse?
Worse? I could set the air on fire, or it could start smelling very bad.
Can't you just stop time? Or wings! Give me wings! How about that?
Oh, this is all terribly complicated. I really don't feel up to it today, Nate.
Benny!
Perhaps tomorrow? I really do need to think through what's happened today properly.
You get me out of the mess you got us into right now!
Please don't yell at me. I just can't take it anymore.
Benny! Ah! The state he's in, we can forget about miracles. I gotta find something easy, something even he thinks he can do. A flying carpet. Is that too much to ask?
I'm not talking to you.
Why, you... I'm sorry I criticized your work, Benny.
And?
And that I shook your lamp. And everything else. You meant well.
Well, all right then. I forgive you. What can I do for you?
Carpet!
A flying carpet. Shouldn't be too hard. Should I really dare? Am I really up to it?
Yes!
Hey, it worked. Yeah. Go, Benny.
What the heck? What happened here? No!
Hey, what's up with that? Why did Critter beat us with a board? That wasn't very nice.
I'm worried about you.
Oh, Mother.
What's wrong with you?
Everything's fine.
No, you don't look well at all. Positively rotund. It is unseemly for an elf princess to cope with her frustrations by comfort eating. If you carry on like this, you won't fit into your wedding dress.
I don't have any intentions of marrying anytime soon.
Oh, darling, we've been through that already. Prince Lalilos is going to be arriving next week. You will like him. He's charming and... Look, he sent us a picture of himself and his sister.
Which of the two is the sister?
The elf nobility, unfortunately, has not got any unshaven Neanderthals to offer. You'll just have to get used to that.
I don't have the slightest interest in that person. Not anymore.
You are at the heart of the elf kingdom, in the castle of your family where you belong. No one here should be sad, tired, or fat. I only want what's best for you, Ivo.
No, I think you want what's best for you, actually. She's locked me in.
Did you see that? She's locked me in. Yes, only what's best for me. She always says that.
Yes, she does. Have you actually seen that Prince La La La?
Have you seen this prince? A vain river elf who's only interested in topping up his tan. I'm to spend hundreds of years in the company of someone I don't love? Huh, not me. And how? She will try anything and everything. Nothing's more important to her than getting me married off. Ugh.
I agree, Bird.
When I was out there with the humans, it was the first time that I had the feeling I could determine my own destiny. Yes, it was dangerous. Doesn't that go with the territory? A life without risk, that is so... Oh, you don't understand. If I could, I would go right now. You want to stop me? Just like last time. I didn't want to tell Mother, but I've not been feeling too well lately, Cheap. I'd say the same thing, but we elves hardly ever get ill. Yeah, you've got a point there. I spent almost a year in the human world and they have some very strange ideas about personal hygiene. Well, I thought perhaps it's a curse. Oh, no, you won't. I'll take care of it myself. Mother would make a state occasion out of it. I don't know either, but I'm sure there's a medical book down in the library. No, rest is not what I need just now. I'll go down to the library and look up what's wrong with me, completely alone, just like a grown-up elf.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be stopped, neither by locked doors nor by you.
There, see, we got the space bar. We can look at all of our stuff. Look at the flower.
A beautiful red flower. It was only put here a few days ago. Sometimes Mother orders a new plant that looks nice in my room. And then it's replaced and planted in the garden. Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts. Presumably Mother has decided I should be without such things whilst I am, as she says, positively rotund. Fresh water from the spring brook, the little stream that rises here in the castle and provides for the whole valley. People come from far and wide to drink it. The times when the others were here in the elf burrow, those were the best that I've ever had. The critter could never keep still when I was drawing him. He was always pulling faces and trying to make me laugh. Wilbur was so excited. He loves elves and our stories. He spent hours sitting with my father and listening to him talk about bygone ages. Complete idiot.
Complete idiot. Nice.
I had my birthday during the few weeks that we spent living together here in the elf burrow. That was a big deal for Wilbur. He couldn't understand that the significance of birthdays tends to fade after a few hundred years. He insisted on making me a present. He sat in the corner for days knitting me this hat with his little gnarled fingers.
Look, we're not a vampire. For once.
I've been sleeping badly of late, and sometimes I feel tired all day long. I've never been ill, but something isn't right. I hope I'll find the answer in the library.
Gotta look at everything. That's the rule.
An envoy from the Far East gave me this musical box years ago. Wherever I go, I always have its tune in my head.
Open it. Let's hear the tune. I'll never forget that.
A guard with a spear and shield, and like all elven figures, immaculate.
Nah, 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 nah. Isn't that it? Something like that. Oh, it's a horse.
We have many exotic plants here in the palace, but sunflowers are my favourite.
Sunflowers are exotic. Take some seeds. Heck yeah.
Apologies, I need a few of your seeds.
Put them in my... I don't even know. I don't think this thing has pockets. I don't
used to
see
look
any
into the woods for
pockets.
days on end, imagining what the world beyond would be like. Now I know, and I think I miss it.
She doesn't, I don't know. She doesn't seem to look quite the same as in the previous game. I don't know, maybe the graphics have been updated, so now what? Now I have seeds. Oh, jewelry box.
My jewellery box serves as a podium for the vertically challenged narcissist.
Can we go? Oh, we can.
Mother's locked me in, as if I was 200 again. Since I secretly escaped from the Elf Burrow last year, she's taken to guarding me closer than ever before.
Man, can you imagine that? Being considered like just mature when you're 200 years old. Like, whoo, that's crazy.
It may not be befitting of a princess, but this isn't the first time that I've climbed into the garden via the balcony, and it won't be the last. I'm just doing my morning exercises. I wasn't going to. Of course, I could just ignore him and climb down into the garden anyway. He would, however, make a beeline to Mother and tell on me, and who knows what the two of them would cook up for me next.
What a butt. See, birds are always evil. I'm telling ya. Let's give him some sunflower seeds. He probably likes those, right?
Hey, Cheap, you hungry? Fancy some delicious sunflower seeds? You want the seeds? I want to get out of this room. Could we not come to some arrangement? I know that royal servants are unbribable, but sunflower seeds? Then perhaps not.
Oh no, we gotta figure out how to get him to like take the bribe or
Could you
trap him
please
in a
move
box.
aside? I want to get into my jewellery box. He doesn't listen to me anymore since I almost caused him to be roasted by fireballs, decapitated by swords, and eaten by monsters. Mother has permitted him to disregard any of my orders that go against her wishes. His interpretation of this can be liberal. Cheap likes to look at his reflection. He strikes a pose and then tries to impress himself with it, and succeeds most of the time. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a proper elf prince. So far, I've managed to frighten off every candidate successfully, but she's starting to lose her patience. When Nate and the others lived here, Nate often made intimations that were to do with the bed. I don't know why, but I know Mother wasn't happy about it. She moved him to a guarded guest room at the other end of the castle. And Cheap was ordered never to leave my side.
Okay.
Hey, Cheap, I need the mirror. I only need it for a minute. Oh, he's not budging, and his pecs can be damn painful.
Welcome, come in. Fresh victims for my ever-growing army of the undead.
Sir, you have to let go of the button.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Hey, thanks for the follow. Thanks for that follow. Thanks for
Cheap, the box,
not
please.
joining the army of the undead.
Cheap, the box, please. Oh. Hey, Cheap. I only need it for a minute.
Thanks.
Oh, he's not budging.
Thanks, our taco.
Elven craftsmen have centuries to perfect their artistic skills. Only when everything is always perfect, then isn't everything always the same and somehow unimportant? A guard with a
Yeah. We gotta preach the deliciousness of tacos for sure.
I've seen much suffering. Here in the Elf Burrow, everything is so ordered.
Alright, we gotta figure out how to distract the bird. Thanks for the taco party. Todd 8-step.
Wilbur didn't know that autumn would last for years to come and that elves don't feel the cold, but it was still the best birthday present I've ever had. Mother looked at the hat with so much revulsion that I didn't take it off for days. Wilbur just beamed with pride.
Apparently, the elves are racists. Most of them. They aren't as popular as they used to be. I mean, they give everybody tacos, so, you know, you want some tacos, there's a way to get them.
Elven craftsmen have centuries to perfect their artistic skills.
Are you talking about real taco parties? Like
only
when
everything is always
tacos?
Perfect, then isn't everything always the same and somehow unimportant?
I haven't had a real taco party in a long time. Let's try the sunflower seeds again. Let's use the sunflower seeds on the music box. No. Bowl. Oh, here we go. Put it in the bowl. Do we put them in the bowl?
It's raining tacos.
Normally this bowl is full of fruit and presumably Mother has decided...
Apparently I can't put them in the bowl.
Oh, cheap, can't be bribed. I'll have to try something different.
Thanks to Stargamer for the taco party.
Normally this... Presumably Mother has decided...
I got it. What the hell am I supposed to do? Jeez, I'm already stuck.
I've still got some seeds and shouldn't take more than I need.
You're off to have a Cinco de Mayo dinner on the 6th of May?
I've still got some seeds.
A day late, but still, that sounds cool. Is it gonna... I assume there's gonna be tacos, so... Nothing wrong with that. And even if there aren't tacos, there's dinner, so... I approve. What the hell? Where can I use these? I can use them on the... It says I can use them on the bowl, but it doesn't work. Like, I click the bowl, and it does nothing. Oh, there we go.
Cheap, would it be possible for you to stop admiring yourself for 2 seconds and move over to stuffing your beak instead? Don't say I never look after you.
There we go.
Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. All the stuff I have to wear at official functions. If it were up to Mother, I would have trunkfuls of this stuff, and a wing of the castle would be my wardrobe. She just can't understand why Pa and I aren't into this sort of thing.
Well, I took the mirror. Does this help me at all? Because...
Okay, he's not looking this way.
Okay.
Oh, there is more than one kind of stretch exercise, you know.
Oh, I probably need to put it in the
Perhaps
window.
you'd like to train with me.
Maybe. But that's not where he was. He was over there.
No chance. I can't sneak down as long as Cheap Cheap's on guard.
What's this
One
do?
can almost see the edge of the wood through the telescope. But I just can't leave the elf burrow. Mother would
know-
never forgive me. And there are so many dangers lurking out there.
What's this little... What was that little sheet of paper? Let's try the music box now. Nothing. There we go. There we go.
Hey, withdrawal symptoms?
Now he's looking the other direction. Now he can't see me. Now we
I
can
don't
go
know
down.
how, but he always seems to know when I'm going against Mother's will. Perhaps it's a sixth sense, or magic. Or he just knows me too well. Not while Cheap Cheap's still on guard.
Trap him in the music box.
I just need the music box a minute. You don't need to turn your head away from your beautiful reflection for 1 second. Come on. Shh. He's gone to sleep. It got dark and he's simply... No matter. I can now enjoy a few moments of peace.
We did it! We did it! Oh, that means it's saving. That's what that little paper thing means. It means it's saving. Alright. To the garden we go!
Let's
to
go.
the garden! To the garden! Ooh. This game looks nice. This game
As
looks
expected,
really nice.
no one here. My parents are in the throne room ruling the lands. Or rather, Mother is.
Wait.
A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway, what can I do for you, my little beauty?
The garden always looks fantastic, Arbor.
Thank you. It's a girt load of work. People always think elf gardens are fabulous by their very nature. But you need a mighty good gardener.
You have got green fingers.
Ah, that's just moss, my dear. Happens if you spend all day grubbing around in the earth and don't wash your hands properly in the evenings.
Oh. Tell me about the Ents.
You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling, I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my wedding.
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just let nature run its course.
You tell that to Mother.
I have, many times. She'd be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener, get it?
What are you up to today then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elfborough, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years, and for 30 years we've had autumn.
Time passes differently in the Elfborough. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather and the usual seasons, there'd be a lot more variety here.
No.
You and Father, you get along well, don't you?
Ah, no one understands more about nature than him, that's for sure. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
He's just more of a theorist.
Ah, the mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the lot by just sitting around up there and doing nubbit.
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there.
What plant?
Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong, just not that one.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well, anything's possible. If I don't think of something soon, I'll have to ask your father. He can have a little chat with her and she might tell him what's up.
If you're going in, it'd be nice if you didn't tell my mother that you saw me out here.
Oh, you playing hooky again? My lips are sealed.
Thanks.
I don't know the names of all the plants in the garden. Grandmother knows them all, which is probably down to the fact that it was her that gave many of the plants their names a few thousand years ago. Shite bitterwood, sweat tea, dodder flower, fat hen, bistort, stink root. We no longer invite her to family gatherings. It doesn't look very well at all. It's unusual for flowers to hang their heads in this garden. Normally they blossom in our good earth, not to mention the power of Arbor's green fingers.
Bees.
Mother thought it was unseemly of the bees to build their hive in our garden. I don't think she could get used to the thought that she would no longer be the only queen here. This is Mother's mirror. It's said that you can see into the furthest corners of the land and know what's happening in every part of the world. At the moment, it's no more than a shallow bowl. The water's missing.
We need some water. So we can look at the corners of the world.
There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly.
Well, there's water
I,
right
however,
there.
think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled joyous splashing and not insignificant body mass. There are elf-made ponds and streams all over the palace ground. Their water's said to have healing powers. No wonder considering where it comes from.
Where does it come from? The butts? No, I don't think it does.
That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad.
Oh, we can go over here. It's another area. Whoa, look at that. Look at that monster. Looks monster-y.
Swords of all the idiots who have tried to conquer the elf burrow. It's become less frequent over the last few centuries. Humans and dwarves appear to have learnt their lesson.
Is that it? That looks like a companion cube.
There's a selection of cubes here. For a while, it was all the rage at official state visits to give geometric presents.
Does that not look like a companion cube from Portal?
A present from one of the northern kingdoms. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout foul-mouthed things in dragon's language at the dragons. I think it's some kind of test of courage. Each cube is significant and comes from a different country, but I never really paid much attention.
No, don't. Damn it. I was done here yet.
The Biggest Plant Book of Avantasia by Charles Mendel with illustrations by Alexander Bonpland. A standard reference book that Arbor always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that he now knows it off by heart. Perhaps I can help Arbor solve the problem with that flower. Let's take a look.
It's this one, right?
This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the moment. Love Lily. The love lily enters into an enduring relationship with another plant very early in its life, which frequently lasts its lifetime. If the partner plant dies, then the love lily does not normally survive the separation.
Well, there you go.
This plant reminds the lovely if the partner.
There you go.
Mandrake should only be cultivated by experienced gardeners. The cry of the baby mandrake can kill anyone within 20 meters instantaneously.
Oh. All right. Hey, there's a Rubik's Cube.
Several books about animals, an atlas, a book about humans. Actually, more of a brochure. And what's this? Fishing for the moderately talented. A great example of the variety of our world's fauna. Some of the ideas Mother Nature has can be quite off the wall. What have we got here then? Aha!
A big book.
Ah! Almanac of Elf Medicine. That's what I've been looking for.
Ow! Be careful, if you please.
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
Ill elf? So I look ill. What's wrong with me?
Take it easy, young one thing at a time.
Young one. I'm older than you.
And you look it too.
I do?
No, of course not, and I can also see no illness. But the mere fact that I've been fished out from the back of the shelf for the first time in centuries tells me that something is wrong.
I'm not feeling well. What's wrong with me?
I haven't been feeling too well recently.
Huh?
I'm sleeping badly and have no appetite. I know that elves are very seldom ill, but if it's not that, then it must be some kind of magic or curse.
Seldom ill does not actually mean never ill. Elves can, for instance, suffer from a broken heart.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death amongst beautiful princesses.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are a variety of ear infections, and of course it could also be lupus. but I think it is something else.
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must mix a potion and drink it.
Are you serious?
Very.
Okay.
All right, this potion. What goes in it?
It is very easy to make. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey and a red herring, and then mix with water into a viscous potion.
Oh, that sounds revolting.
It's medicine. It isn't supposed to taste nice.
And if I drink it, I'll be well again?
We will then at least know what is wrong with you.
We need...
This metis bush. Where can I find one?
Haven't a clue. I'm just a book and have spent years sandwiched between dusty hymnals and a tome of revolting recipes.
A red herring. Are you serious?
Of course, why not? Red herrings are known all over the land as particularly
See, is
useful
this a joke?
fish. Their uses in the areas of medicine, cuisine, and literature are too numerous to mention.
All right, so I've got a red herring.
Sounds like a joke to me.
What are the potion's ingredients again?
The green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey. You have to put everything into a bowl with a bit of water and pound it until it forms a viscous potion.
Are you actually qualified to make a diagnosis? And why can you talk?
I am a magical medicine book. That actually serves as an answer to both of your questions.
I've never encountered a talking book before.
Of course not. I am the only talking book here. That's the problem. In the magical library in Seastone, all books can talk. Things really get cooking there, believe me.
You were probably given to us by someone from Seastone, right?
Right. I was a complete idiot and actually volunteered. As I am a book about elf medicine, I didn't get much to do in Seastone. I thought to myself, hey, this is your chance to get some practical experience. Wrong.
Yeah, we elves don't get ill much.
And more than that, you don't actually have much time for books. This is the center of the elven kingdom, and just look at how paltry this library is.
We don't have much use for books. We sing songs about times past, and many of us were there at the time.
Then that's probably also the reason why so many elves stand around in white.
What do you mean?
Allow me to elucidate. Over the years, the songs you elves sing will be changed and adapted, a little here, a little there. This editorial process is nothing more than refined elvish propaganda, presenting them as intelligent and morally impeccable. And who can prove otherwise? There are no other witnesses and there are no books.
Okay.
Thank you. I think that's all for now.
Normally, it's me that ends patient consultations. You are only a princess, but I am a doctor.
Okay.
This flower clearly is one of the more exotic of the palace's flowers. It comes from a country in the deep south beyond the deserts. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war, or if one wanted to deprive someone of all sense.
The helmet. I can put water
Helmets
in
with
it.
horns. Cool, but useless.
Nope, can't put water in that. Book on fishing. That could help me catch a fish.
Perhaps there are a few practical hints and tips in the fishing book. A lucrative season with a successful technique doesn't just depend on the type and quality of your tackle, but also on a really good spot. It doesn't matter whether you jig, dip, toddle or feed. Wobblers, twisters, spinners, blinkers, poppers, jigs, jerks and live bait must be presented in the most enticing ways possible. I haven't the faintest idea what all that means. I presume my fishing talents are not quite advanced enough to enable me to use this book.
Plant book. Let's look at the plant book again.
The wood of intelligent apple trees is often used for the equally intelligent and beautifully shaped living accessories of all types. For a long time, botanists thought that it may be possible to find other intelligent fruit varieties. So far, the search has proved fruitless.
Aha. Hilarious. Anything else we can find? There's a dragon head. Maybe talk to the gardener about the look. Our balcony is like right there.
No idea what kind of bush this is, but its red fruit looks very yummy. If I learnt one thing in the woods, it's that you shouldn't eat anything you don't know, regardless of how yummy it looks. Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
I think I know the name of your patient. It's a love lily.
You don't look particularly loved up.
That's exactly the problem. Love lilies enter into a lifelong partnership with another plant. And if they're separated...
Then they let their heads droop. Good theory. But the fairies know their plants. They'd never have given us a love lily without its partner.
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then you'd help me with that, wouldn't you?
Ill? You're an elf! Elves don't get ill!
But if I were...
Oh, come on. Now tell me. How can I help you?
Do we have a metis bush in the garden?
Gotta be
here?
this one.
Or that bush over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect, then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue then. They're green when the bush senses danger.
Pardon?
The metis bush has exceptionally delicious sweet fruit. But if it thinks it's in danger, then they go green and very sour. Call it a defense mechanism.
Ah, and the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
Do you know how I could get my hands on some honey?
Try the kitchens.
I prefer not to wander through the castle.
Of course. Someone would tell your mother.
Would that beehive in the tree over there be of any help?
Oh, I'd be careful with that. The bees defend their honey and can give you a nasty sting.
Couldn't they be distracted or tricked in some way?
Beekeepers wear protective clothes and use smoke that calms the bees. But I don't have any beekeeper kit here. I just let the bees keep their honey and they pollinate my flowers. That's how we've always done it.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your rod?
Of course, if you bring it back in one piece. What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for it.
Why? It's only a rod.
Thanks.
Not everything needs to be complicated, you know.
Nah.
There's something else. See you later, Arbor.
See ya.
Alright. You now have a fishing rod. We're fishing. I mean, where do we fish? Here?
There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow in the wild so high up the mountains.
I don't think this is correct, but we can try it.
I don't have a clue about fishing, but I'll try my luck.
Fishing skill 0.
Just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing. I guess that I can just practice until I'm good enough. Or I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere.
Oh, I see. Now I can look at the book. I bet you I can look at the book now and it'll help me.
No, I need a bit more practical experience in fishing before the book will help me.
Are they really adding... Are they really going to add some skill grinding? Really? Just for funsies?
I can't think of any use for a water lily, but a reed could come in handy.
Hey Claire, how you doing? What's up? Come on. Claire. No. Okay. I'll just pet you. Let's just fish. Where'd she go?
Oh. Nothing. As suspected, there are red herrings swimming in the pond. They are really saltwater fish that live in the sea. But they always come back to their homeland to breed. They're the only known fish variety that can scale nearly vertical cliffs. A classic.
What happened? How long do I have to do this?
A classic.
Wait, we're catching stuff now. Let's see if we can use the book now. Oh, it looks like we can.
Perhaps I have enough knowledge to now understand the book.
Yeah.
Right. Aha, oh, twice in a row, then, that was educational.
Oh, I have a 16 skill now. Yeah. I'm so good. I'm good at learning. Why is Scully here? Her name's...
Red herrings are fast and slippery.
Ivo.
Even elves can't catch them with their bare hands.
Maybe that's her alias, Scully. Oh, Sully. I thought you meant Scully, like from the X-Files. I don't know. I think there's a lot of Easter eggs in this game. There were a lot in the first one, so I'm guessing they continue. There's also a companion cube, from what I could see, in a Rubik's cube.
Nothing.
Hey, we got it.
At last. Now I can tick the red herring off my list.
Cross it off the list. Bam. Take that, red herring. I mean, we got a companion cube, I think. We got a Rubik's cube, which is finished. Does anybody know how to do a Rubik's cube? Because I don't.
The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay open. This flower was given to us by the fairies, just like the love lily down in the garden. I bet they belong together.
Why wouldn't it be sad too, then? If that's true, why wouldn't it also be sad? I mean, I can do one side. But that's about as far as I can go. I might be able to do two, but that's it.
I'm going to have to take a few more of your seeds, but I promise this is the last time.
Yeah, this is it. You do the top 2 rows of the cube. I can't believe the people who can just do it insanely
fast. It's said that a ruler in the north wanted to build himself a throne out of all the swords of conquered enemies. Unfortunately, he died after only conquering one enemy, when he refused to heed all the warnings and sat on the throne.
So he sat on the sword and died. That's funny. Yeah, I've seen the bigger ones. That seems ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I've got a flower here that could help you with your love lily.
And?
Yes, look. Look, do you know this flower?
Ha ha ha! You did well, girl.
It would appear so.
You snivelling girl? You all right?
No. Yes? I don't know.
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
I think it says a spade. I think. Oh, he's smoking.
That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff all over the garden, which of course drives Mother mad.
Yoink.
The pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down a bit. The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
Hey now, you all right there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature. Not unless I get half of that there honey.
I don't need any more. The rest is for you.
Oh, that'd be good stuff. But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
Yeah, we got honey. Now we need to make this plant think it's in danger. How would we make this plant think it's a danger? Hmm?
Look at this! You'll be forced to marry this terrible prince even though you don't know him. Ugh. Doesn't seem to upset it as much as it does me. This is a metis bush, just what I need. Only its fruit is red, not green. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green and sour if it feels afraid or threatened.
Well, I just like punch it. Take that, you bush. None of the things that I have work on the bush.
Look at this! You'll be forced to marry this
That didn't work. Gotta find something that'll scare the bush. Like a stuffed monster.
Sometimes it's difficult to believe that some creatures in our world, they look as if some bored artist has dreamt them up.
Hey, Claire.
Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has an abhorrent smell.
Claire.
Now that explains why this flower is classified as a weapon in 24 countries.
There we go. That'll probably do it. That'll probably do it. Do that. Use that on it. That'll scare it.
If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats. Thanks.
Alright, now we just need water. Is that a thing that we have to actually get? Is water a thing we actually need to get? That's the question. We have a thing of water upstairs, so at least I thought we did. Right by the bowl. Right? This is water.
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. So put this in the bowl.
Ah, that fruit smells really sour.
Put this in the bowl.
About 1 spoon of honey.
Put this in the bowl.
Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish.
And then...
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here.
Put water in the bowl.
That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion. Now I've got all the ingredients. I just need to crush them.
Okay. Oh, crush them with this. Maybe. Wait. Can't... Isn't there a thing to crush them with right there? Okay.
A good solid fishing rod. Nothing special, but I should be able to catch something with it. I don't really know much about reeds or pipes, but if I'm not mistaken, then those things are called pipe cleaners. Now I've got all the ingredients. I just need to crush them.
I don't have
all the ingredients.
I don't have a thing to
crush
crush them with. Okay, I need a thing to crush them with. All right. Okay, something to do some crushing. I guess we'll check the jewelry box. Maybe there's some jewelry that we can use for crushing.
These earrings here. They're sparkling and glinting in the sunshine. They could actually come in handy.
That's not that wouldn't work for crushing. But hey, we can try it. Nope. All right, we need something for crushing. We need some crushing something. Oh. It's a pixel sword. Okay, this game has this thing where sometimes we'll look at an item and we can't use it, and then later we can. So that is something to note. That happens sometimes. Because we looked at those flowers, those white flowers, or sometimes we have to click on an item multiple times.
The willow is stretching its branches up high into the sky with glee. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. If it continues to grow like that, it'll shade half the garden.
Is that good? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Stone! Stone! The stone! We crush it with the stone!
A handy smooth stone. Arbor's sheepdog.
There we go. There, now I have something to crush it with. Okay. You can double click and move fast too. Which is nice. There we go. Pound those ingredients.
I'm pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the Elf Burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke.
Alright, I guess we go down to the book.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect me to drink it, do you?
You must.
Cheap, I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and the medicine book here thinks it could be something serious.
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet honey and salty fish. That should give us an answer.
How'd you get out of your music box?
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine. It's not supposed to taste nice. That's right. Down to the last drop.
Not as bad as I was expecting. In actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that.
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
What?
No. That is completely impossible.
Oh,
You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheat, no. No, the book has made a mistake. I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis is crystal clear.
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant.
Okay.
There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility that the child was conceived by natural means, which would certainly appear to be the case here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
Have any stars fallen from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But unfortunately, that is not my area of expertise.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant. One thing's certain. Mother must never find out about this. I don't know either. Do you think that my tummy will start to show? Oh,
I must have been cursed.
I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think. Me, cursed. That sounds like an adventure. Totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Arch-mage Alistair. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. He'll be able to tell us what it means. Oh, no, you don't.
Makes sense.
You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't you?
We have to go to Seastone and consult the Arch-mage. Only how are we going to get there?
Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here. Oh yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you going to teach me quickly then? No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small matter of the Border Watch. Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission.
Do you know today's
You
password?
don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? Typical. That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. It must know the password. If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter cheap. After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator. Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password. Let's go.
All right, what's our next step here? Well, I guess the other door. Maybe we need to go into the other door. This door here? Yeah, okay.
Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa.
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
I'm no longer a little girl who can be shut up in her room.
No? How did you get out of your room? Did you trick Cheep Cheep and then climb over the balcony? That sounds very grown up.
I'm
What are you, my darling?
pretty. I am pretty.
But of course you are. You are my daughter and an elf princess. So you disobeyed me just to tell me this.
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this sudden insight come from?
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course. Fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic in Seastone?
What?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land, changing it. Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Arch-mage are in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem.
Maybe. Save. All right, let's see what we can look at here. There's a moon well.
Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise. Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts.
What's up with this guy?
Isn't it a wonderful day today? Again.
Just as the caterpillars cough in the morning dew. Yet, something seems to be troubling you.
She locked me up like a small child.
Have you argued again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticises me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalilos.
I did hear about that.
Is that your wish too?
All I wish for is for you to be happy.
Haha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wishes are granted.
Oh.
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who. I'd rather just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... Well, you know. She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate, or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great powers, and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. And then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the dwarves.
But I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time has come, then it won't last.
I am pregnant. Do I say that?
I need to tell you something, Father, but I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good for the baby.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is. I want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
Okay.
If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Arch-mage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must be magic. No one knows more about these things.
So you agree?
Alistair.
We agree then.
Like snails munching cabbage. Only your mother isn't going to permit it.
I know, but I'll work on that. Enlighten me, Father.
The striped kakadu and the limping squirrel, denied by those who are unwary, are amongst the greatest wonders of the world.
Understood.
No, not really.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father.